Welcome, everybody. It's the Radio Surgery Show with Dr. Gil Lederman, MD, New York's only Harvard-trained, triple board-certified radiation oncologist who brings you the latest cancer treatment news, interviewing world-renowned cancer experts, delving to special cases, and, of course, answering your questions. I'm Rob Redstone, broadcasting from the WOR studios in the heart of New York City. And now, please welcome Dr. Lederman.
Hi, good evening. Hope you all had a great weekend on this beautiful time of year. My name is Dr. Gil Lederman. We're live. Noah's in the control panel, and he's an expert. He's been at this for decades. He knows how to run a radio station, and he's running this station tonight. So he's in charge of WOR, and I'm just sitting at the disc jockey's chair. Some people call our telephone number is 212-CHOICES, 212-CHOICES, and they call up and say, who is this? Well, our name of our office is Radio Surgery New York, Radio Surgery New York. And sometimes people say, I don't know, who are you? So then I'll say, Radio Surgery New York, 212-CHOICES. They say, I had the wrong number. Well, tell me how you want me to answer the phone, because I don't want to frustrate you, and I don't want to be frustrated. So our name is Radio Surgery New York. Our number is 212-CHOICES. My name is Dr. Lederman. So if you call us, you're going to hear one of those things, Radio Surgery New York, 212-CHOICES, or Dr. Lederman's office. But there's other doctors there as well. So that's what happens when you call. And if you're giving a test run, it's 212-246-4237. That's how you find us. That's how you get the booklet DVD that's sent to you for free. And that's how you can communicate. But it's always best, really, to sit down in person and discuss your case. So we have a lot of things to talk about tonight. It was a big news week and lots of interesting patients that I want to talk to you about. My father always used to say, I was raised with him saying, chance favors the prepared mind. Yeah, my father always said that. Chance favored the prepared mind. It wasn't his quotation. I think it was on an arch in his college where he attended university. Chance favors the prepared mind. And the purpose of this program is really to give you or help you have a prepared mind, how to deal with health issues and cancer issues for yourself, for your loved ones, for your friends, or just to think about how doctors should be thinking of medical care and latest advances and research. So it's interesting if you have cancer or don't have cancer, and that's the point of this program, to help a mind be prepared. So again, my name is Dr. Lederman, and we're going to be talking a lot about cases tonight and medical news. And if you have questions, don't be bashful. Someone asked me this week, well, why don't you explain this or explain that? And I said, it's so beautiful, this show. You can just call us and ask whatever you want. If you don't understand something, just call me up. Ask your question. Don't be bashful. You can ask your question. You can ask a second question or a third question, or you can just say thanks and arrivederci. So it's a two-way street, and don't feel bashful. First case I want to talk about tonight is a man that came to me this week. He's 91 years old. He's a married man with 2 kids, 91, and he's had a 15-year history of prostate cancer. He comes in with a swollen leg and bone pain. He had a biopsy done 15 years ago, and he refused all treatment. Now, I guess you'd call that watchful waiting or surveillance. And many people think, oh, they're 75. I'm already 75. Why should I waste my time being treated? Remember Mickey Mantle? Who doesn't remember Mickey Mantle? Mickey Mantle was a hard liver, and everyone in his family supposedly died by the time they were 45. Well, he went on and lived longer than that. He lived about 60, I believe. And he died of liver cancer, probably from too much drinking. And he said in his later days, if he knew he'd live so long, he would have taken better care of himself. Well, I thought of that this week when I saw this 91-year-old man who had prostate cancer that was treatable and most likely curable 15 years ago. 15 years ago, we were active. He had a PSA then of 15. Now, if he had been treated with a PSA of 15 back 15 years ago, the chance of him being successfully treated was and still is 90%. Now, if you had surgery, it would have been 60%. So number one lesson is look at the data before you get treated for prostate cancer, number one. Number two, before you go into active surveillance, please understand that multiple studies have shown that if you have active surveillance, it actually costs more money than being treated because there's tests and biopsies and scans and all kinds of stuff. So it's not cheaper. And then there's other studies now showing, for example, in Sweden, a randomized study of people half treated, half not treated. The group that were treated live longer, have less deaths, and less cancer deaths. So there's lots of reasons to be treated, but it all summarized in this man who's 91, and now he has widespread metastatic cancer in his bones, in his lymph nodes. His leg is swollen up from lymph nodes filled with cancer in his pelvis. He's got bony pain. His PSA is 3,000. Wow, 3,000. He's using a heating pad 5 times a day. He says, it doesn't hurt me. My heating pad helps me 5 times a day. Of course, it doesn't make the pain go away. It kind of hides the pain for a few minutes because of the heat, and then the pain comes rip-roaring back. So we got him staged up. We actually got him planned up to treat the pain. His scans show that the cancer's eating through the bones. We can most likely reverse that cancer, shrink it down, make the bones heal up, and relieve his pain and suffering. So we can help him, and we intend to offer treatment to help him. He's coming in tomorrow to start treatment and go over the tests. But this is just a warning for men and their loved ones. If you've got a PSA now that's higher than it should be, and you think you're too old to be treated, if you think you're 70 or 75, 80, you think you're too old, you're not going to live long enough, well, you've already made it these years, and you're not going to die of childhood diseases, and you're probably not going to die in the Army, and you're probably not going to die of violence. And you should think about getting treated so when you're 91 like him, you don't have to deal with pain, suffering, swollen legs, swollen lymph nodes, and treatment that is less successful than it would have been 15 years ago. 15 years ago, our goal of treatment would be to cure him. Now the cancer is stage 4. Our goal is to control the cancer, shrink it down, heal up the bone that's been eaten away by cancer, and relieve pain and suffering. So either way we can help, but think twice and think about spending an hour or two with us, reviewing all your documents, reviewing the pluses and minuses. Just because surgery causes a lot of sexual dysfunction and leaking of urine is not so successful doesn't mean there's not better treatment available. And we know there's better treatment. If you want proof of that, look at our booklet. We'll send it to you at no charge. It's a booklet devoted just to prostate cancer. Give us a call at that number, 212-CHOICES, and we will send it out to you. Call us during the work week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We'll put it in the mail and get you going. And we had another woman that was interesting this week, almost a bookend case. A woman came in at age 85, beautiful, wonderful woman. She had a history of breast cancer. Early cancer was called DCIS, which is in situ, so it's a very early or pre-cancer. 40 years ago, she had only removal of the lump, and now she was diagnosed with pancreas cancer and liver metastasis in a neighboring state. She was seen by the doctors. She had a biopsy, and she was told she has 3 months to live. So she was shocked. She saw the death of her daughter from cancer. She saw the death of her father in a terrible accident. And now she's confronted with this horrific news. She came to us, and like I say, we sat down, closed the door, and spent time together. We got tests done. Well, she was told she had 3 months to live, but no one did testing to see if this was possibly a recurrence of the breast cancer. And we did special marker tests like CA15-3, which is a specific test for the breast. Well, that was markedly elevated. And the cancer marker for pancreas, which she supposedly had, was negative. So it's very possible that she actually has a breast cancer that's been percolating for 40 years. Well, if this cancer has been percolating for 40 years, it's probably going to percolate a lot longer. So we've called the pathologist. I called the pathologist myself. We're getting the slides reviewed. We're getting the cancer markers confirmed. We're inviting the patient back to see us so we can go over treatment options for her and hopefully give her very favorable news. So that's how we are different than other places. Some people say, I'm just going to go to my local guy and he'll do what he'll do, and they're all the same. Doctors are not all the same. Everyone has their own personality and their own talents and their own experience. Each one's different, and you may benefit from a different, fresh second opinion. We have a call now. Good evening. This is Dr. Liederman. You're on the radio.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'd like to have you send me the booklet on prostate cancer, please.
Okay, we'll be happy to do it. You're right now on the radio, and 50,000 people are listening. So just call this same number tomorrow between Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call our office. We'll get your name and address and put it in the mail, the booklet and the DVD.
Thank you.
All right. God bless you, and thank you.
I was on the air.
You're on the air. Thank you. Good night. So if you want that booklet, call us Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and we'll put it in the mail at no charge to you. So this woman, 80 years old, breast cancer 40 years ago, we apparently have discovered a recurrence 40 years later. So I think we've given her a chance to get better, certainly better than was offered elsewhere, more thorough evaluation, more complete analysis of her case. And I think that's what every patient wants, every patient deserves. So this is Dr. Liederman. We're going to hear a couple words from a couple new voices. If you do have questions, call us. We're live. We're in the WOR studio. Our number is 1-800-321-0710, 1-800-321-0710. Noah will take your call and pass it right on to me. And now a word from new voices.
For cancer treatment, most prefer effective, non-invasive, well-tolerated outpatient therapy. With Dr. Liederman, the radiosurgery pioneer, that's our goal, too. He's first in America, first in New York, first for you with body radiosurgery. We hit your cancer with no cutting, no bleeding. Dr. Liederman has decades of experience with primary and metastatic large or small cancers from head to toe. Cancer treatment with possibly a second chance for you, even if chemo, radiation, or surgery didn't work or isn't tolerated. Our goals are best results and quality of life. Meet Dr. Liederman to hit the cancer. For a free booklet DVD, call 212 Choices, 212 Choices for a fresh second opinion. Most insurances, Medicare, Medicaid, accepted. Not only super convenient, super. Broadway and 38th in Manhattan. To hit your cancer, see Dr. Liederman, 212 Choices.
With Dr. Liederman, the best prostate cancer treatment is custom tailored for you. Each man with prostate cancer is unique and seeks the best results based upon PSA, Gleason score, and stage. That's why Dr. Liederman's custom tailored prostate cancer treatment is most logical. Not every man should get the same treatment. Dr. Liederman's custom prostate cancer treatment is all outpatient. Our goals are your best results, avoiding radical surgery, maintaining your sexual and urinary function, and your life. Most insurances, Medicare and Medicaid accepted. Call Dr. Liederman at 212 Choices, 212 Choices for a fresh second opinion and free booklet DVD. Not only super convenient, super in Manhattan, 38th and Broadway. To hit the cancer, call Dr. Liederman, 212 Choices. Cherish your life. Custom prostate cancer treatment with Dr. Liederman, 212 Choices.
Welcome back to the Radio Surgery Hour. This is Rob Redstone here with Dr. Gil Liederman at the WOR studios in the heart of New York City. We're just a few steps from the Radio Surgery New York Cancer Treatment Center on Broadway and 38th Street. Dr. Liederman, the leading cancer expert, treats prostate cancer non-invasively. He was the first in New York with fractionated brain radiosurgery, and he's the first in America and in the Western Hemisphere with body radiosurgery. You can also call Dr. Liederman at 212 Choices for a free informative booklet and DVD. Hey, Dr. Liederman, we're back.
We're back. We're welcoming you back. And as I say, you're welcome to call us if you have questions. I'm talking about another gentleman we saw this week. Actually, this gentleman came and saw my colleague, Dr. Eisen, who's specializing in treating Spanish-speaking patients. This patient had Hodgkin's disease. A young man, is about 45 years old, handsome man, bilingual, Spanish-English. We saw him back in November and recommended treatment. He had a huge mass. The mass is like a Chicago softball in his neck, in his left neck, going down into his chest. He had treatment 15 years ago for Hodgkin's. Again, this is one of those cases where the patient didn't even know what kind of cancer he had precisely. Everyone told him he had non-Hodgkin's, and he thought for 15 years he had non-Hodgkin's. Well, he came to us. We got the results from 15 years ago. We gave him a copy, so he had it in his hand. Hodgkin's disease, which is a kind of lymphoma, often very treatable and very curable. We staged him up, and then he didn't come back. We didn't understand it, and my colleague, Dr. Eisen, kept calling him once a week, tried to find him, call him, contact him, letters. And finally he came back this week,